Oh, well, this is certainly a change. Welcome, boys and girls. So, Friday Night Blockson received a new update, and I remember finding this YouTuber who's been posting Friday Night Blockson mid-event and animations, and there's 3 parts to it currently. And I've been inspired by him to sort of do this, but I've also had this idea for a while. Considering FMV has many facts to go through, many little fun facts and trivia about the songs and the mods they originate from. So, FMV fun facts. And this is part 1, because there's going to be multiple parts discussing all the interesting facts. These facts will mostly be stuff related to the songs. But this is more overly little fun facts and secrets in the game. Anyways, the first fact for part 1. The release and how it got popular. You see, FMB originally released in September of 2021. And it remained unknown for a while as Funky Friday continued to get more and more popularity. That was until Friday Night Blockson's director, robotic developer, or Robo, came out with an argument against Funky Friday for some of their ill-will practices. The first hint that Funky Friday was taking a massive downward spiral, something that would be more and more evident by the months of 2022. But back at the beginning of 2022, we didn't think Funky Friday would go on a downward spiral. As updates were getting better and better. So, people ousted Robo, but maybe people should have listened to Robo. Maybe. Second fact. Well, not really. Let's continue on the first fact. For how FMB got popular, it's unknown. FMB, when it first reared its head, back when Robo decided to call out the devs of Funky Friday, here's the thing. It was following FMB's schedule of updates followed sort of similar to even more FNF mods 2, which is a now abandoned Roblox Friday Night Funkin' game, which its main purpose was just to add more FNF mods into Roblox FNF games by showing off what it would be like. And, well, the game was basically dead. But FMB originally started off similar to that, with 20 new mods added, which would ironically be the same way how even more FNF mods 2 will do its updates by showing 20 new mods added. Like, okay. How it got popular is that after some time, FMV started to get recognition for its massive quality in its content. And when the big update released, everything exploded. FMV had received its biggest update in the summer of 2022. Literally almost 60 mods added and about almost 50 updated, with probably over 120 animations, potentially even more, as well as almost or over 10 emotes added, and some new stuff, some new badges as well. And FMB added tons of quality. It is to note that the team behind FMB is a big team, and there's probably like over 100 developers, so they can easily have the manageable time to make all this content. And relatively in a quick time, like 2 or 3 months, which is insane. Funky Friday has a way lesser team, but pushes out updates every 2 weeks or so. And before, it used to be almost a regular update each day, which was insane. It was Funky Friday's motto of cranking out updates on the regular. While FMB took its time and patience, and honestly people care about FMB mostly for its patience and quality and updates, and how Funky Friday started to lose its reputation. Though Funky Friday is set to come back in a bigger way, and hopefully fix itself, which I'm hoping it does. After that, FMB got popularity after the big update, and the updates Game Over in the Christmas update, and more recently, EXE merch have continued to push FMB as the top Roblox FNF game. And I counted that there's probably over 400 mods in the game, which is a lot of FNF mods. And most of these are either obscure or well-known mods, with more potentially being added in the future. Now keep in mind, FNF has 65,000 mods, so it's not possible to add every single one, because literally half of them are reskin mods, and just simple chart edits, and bug fix mods. But nah, we're here for the original content, which is what FMB strives on. Fact number 2, Konami code. For those who don't know, you can access the Konami code in FMB only on PC. I'm not sure if it works on mobile. Simply need to hit up, up, down, down, left, right, BA, just like the Konami code. And by doing so, you get like a little hat, and it also unlocks an achievement. So yeah, I don't know if the hat is permanent or not, but kind of cool little reward, especially a nice little nostalgia trip. Anyways, fact number 3, the backrooms. For those who don't know, there's an entire backrooms map in FMB. To access the backrooms, you simply need to just die. If you die, on a rare chance that you die, you'll actually be sent to the backrooms, and thus obtain the backrooms badge achievement. Fact number 4, removed mods. Over FMB's lifespan, there have been mods that have been removed from the game. VTAN was a mod that was removed, however, it was temporary. But there are some other mods that have been removed. Versus Online Challenge was removed a long time ago. It is unknown why it was removed. Super Mario Bros. Funk Mix was also removed, but this was for a more obvious reason, to potentially avoid copyright issues with Nintendo, given that Super Mario Bros. Funk Mix has Mario's name in the title and is heavily inspired by the NES era Mario games. And the characters are the Mario characters, which would get Nintendo eyeing up the fans on some not so savory stuff. There's some other FNF mods that have been removed, but if you want to have more detail, check out Chaotix's update videos on FMB, as Chaotix's FMB update videos go over every single update ever since the big update, and he's been cataloging each update, and he's also mentioned some other stuff he forgot. And he also lists some of the mods that have been removed, which is very okay. So if you want an insight of all the mods that have been removed, just go check out Chaotix. It saves you time, because I don't have the time and patience to go pull it up, because I already seen those. Anyways, number 5, mods with interesting changes. This more refers to that some of the mods that have been added in FMB have some interesting changes from the base game. For instance, genocide is retitled to homicidal. I guess genocide was way too graphic. Funnily enough, the genocide difficulty is changed to a different name. And then there's some other stuff, such as the removal of blood on certain things, but some blood is allowed, I guess. Then there's some mods that have weird changes, such as, for example, the FMB's version of Underground FMB's version of Underground has some problems with R15. There are problems with R15 animations and R6 animations. So, yeah. But some leave you guessing, such as for Tormentor Boyfriend, where in the animation preview he has the guitar prop, but when using the animation in the Tormentor song in FNF Corruption, the guitar prop is missing. It's likely a bug, but a little fact I wanted to put out there for a moment. Then there's some other strange things, some interesting changes. Like, for example, there's not that many remix mods in FMB, whereas Funky Friday has multiple remix mods, like the iconic B-sides, B-Free, Neo, and not only that, D-sides, which makes you wonder why FMB hasn't added those yet. So that just leaves up to guesswork. Anyways, some other interesting changes between mods and FMB's version. Like how some some animations from removed mods are still in FMB for some reason, which makes sense. More specifically, eyeing up the Super Mario Bros. Funk Mix boyfriend animation, but it's obvious why it's still in the game because of Game Over, which is made by the Super Mario Bros. Funk team, but it is mostly comprised by Saster, who is the literal main man, as well as Kiwi Quest. There is some other stuff with interesting changes to mods, and some mods that aren't even in FMB or have been updated in a while, such as Dorkly Sonic's, the Sonic for Hire mod, which hasn't updated in like forever and has remained as in its one song state, which is strange because a few months ago, Sonic for Hire finally updated with 2 weeks and 2 bonus songs, a D-Sides remix and an original song. And then there's some other weird stuff, such as, I don't know, Orpal Guy not being FMB. Like, huh? Like, that's definitely one of the mistakes of all time. There is some other interesting stuff, such as songs being removed. We talked about removed mods. How about we talk about songs that have been removed from FMB? How about Super Sussy Idol, which used to be in the Black Betrayal section of the categories, but now it's completely missing from the game because it's been removed. Not sure why. Maybe copyright or maybe just, I don't know, some other stuff. There's some other interesting stuff like autosave being removed, but I'm pretty sure it's back in the game. I don't know. I haven't really been able to check it much, so it just leaves up to guesswork. Again. There's some other stuff like Nightmare Run being broken. And then we have the changes. And let's go to the last fact. No More Innocence. I saved the whole section for No More Innocence. In the original No More Innocence mod, there's some changes to No More Innocence. This is essentially a continuation but focused on only one mod. And these are some facts about No More Innocence. No More Innocence was created by Dumby and is essentially Sonic if he was in the world of analog horror, which definitely describes that much. A fact about No More Innocence is that in FMB, No More Innocence is currently the only song in FMB to kick the player for beating the song, and will also insta-kill the player for losing. And this is the only song in FMB that once selecting the section, it will literally delete all other sections in the game and leaves only No More Innocence as the only section to select. This is the only FMB section to do this at the moment, which is a really cool fact to point out. Another cool fact is that beating the song gains you the No More Innocence morph as well as the animation, which is pretty damn cool. So yeah, and that's basically the facts I have for you. Next time we'll cover some facts about Honestly, why am I even calling this FMB facts? Because I don't know. I thought it just sounded cool. But I feel like the rest of this FMB series is just gonna focus on little details sprinkled throughout the songs and little details in the game. So yeah, might as well just call this FMB details. Then why did I write facts anyway? I don't even know. That's me. And yes, my first video talking about Friday Night Bloxin. And yes, I actually have played the game. It's damn good. So just to remove all the naysayers, hopefully I'll do actual FMB content, like, actually being able to record footage of the game. But that's pretty hard since the game lagged so damn much. Please add more graphics settings.